All right, Edward, it's time to get going. So let's get started with the tear down of your watch. Just look here. I don't see any servicing marks in the back of your watch, so we'll see what this has in store. Very flat gasket here. This used to be circular in cross section. No longer. Very clean movement here. Not too much scary stuff to see. All right. Well, let's get going. Retaining ring. Very nice. Everything's still together. Get that rebuilt. Okay, so now we can take the movement out of the case. Wow, great. Really nice. Oh, that's so nice. Look at how that loom has patinaed. You'd asked about this sunken loom here. You know, it's fine. I don't think it's any kind of issue whatsoever. I have a watch that has sunken loom as well, and I think it looks cool. All right, so let's put your hand. Minute hand. And your hour hand. Nice. Really nice dial. There we go. Very cool. All right, let's go and take that off and see what we have underneath. Very clean in here. So 8.6. Your case back says 8.8. Perfect. So this is June of 78. And this is August of 78. Very nice. All right, so everything is as it should be. All right, let's proceed with ooh, that was really quite sticky. Okay. Interesting. Quite a bit of lubricant here on your, yeah, you can see here. It's quite a bit of lubrication has come out of your barrel. Okay. That's okay. We'll take care of that. It's interesting. I have a bit of a scratch right here. Not seeing any signs or evidence of prior service, so that must be Seiko installed scratch. It's hard to believe, but it doesn't look like, I don't know. I wonder if it's been serviced and just not marked. Woo! That's a lot of stuff. Oh man. What lies beneath? There's your fourth wheel. Your third wheel. And your escape wheel. Okay, there's your barrel with its S2 lubricant coming out. Whoa! Man, that stuff just came out. Amazing. Okay, let's take off your center wheel bridge cock. Looks good. Okay. Let's flip to the calendar side. This other movement holder. I'm going to take a very close look at all your bushings and everything. We're going to replace that with a jewel. You can see it's brassed badly. I mean that lubrication comes out and acts as a polishing compound. Which is why we jewel things. So. There we go. Disc. All right. Oops. So now, now it's just a matter of a couple screws. Come on. There we go. Go. Correcting wheel. Take out your there we go. And your cannon pinion. Center wheel. Out comes your stem and your winding pinion, and we are full teardown. Now we're going to jewel this lower mainspring, arbor port, which is showing some wear and some grunginess. And then after that, we'll be done. Okay, Edward. Well, we are ready to get you going. Everything's out of the cleaner. Just doing some preliminary checks here. So I've got your center wheel installed. We're going to go ahead and build out your train. Okay, so let's get your barrel installed. And your new jewel, I forgot to point that out. You got a beautiful new jewel in your main plate here. And it's got a corresponding partner in the train bridge. We'll pull that out in just a second. Okay, so now we put your third wheel in. Escape wheel. Okay. Now your fourth wheel just gets a little bit of lubrication after we give it a close inspection. All right. there we go. Of course, this doesn't have a hacking mechanism, so that doesn't need to be worried about. All right, one last inspection of your bushings and jewels. They all look pretty good. All right, put a little bit of lubrication on your upper arbor. There we go. Okay, so that's your train installed. Let's go ahead, tighten things down a little bit. Okay, go ahead and get your ratchet wheel installed. Right, let's put a little lubrication in place. Okay. Now it's time to flip over and install some of the components on this side, in particular your cannon pinion, and some lubrication, of course. All right. Alright, so now it's time to install the components of your escapement and your balance. Alright, take one last look. Okay, let's try and drop your balance and see where we get. The moment of truth. See if it'll run. Wants to run. There we go. Let's go ahead and get your screw in place. All right. And now for your tie shock. Getting started. Okay. Okay, well, we are right out of the chute, and we're doing pretty well, I would say. I'm pretty happy with those numbers. Let's see if we can tune that up a little bit, get that right. So let's get started. Now check your beat error, see if we go in the right direction. All right, 0.4. Oh my gosh. Sometimes these guys are a little sticky. All right, where are we? Totally blew that out of the water. All right. Sorry for all the noise. My dogs are here and loud. All right, so that looks pretty good. All right, gaining a little time. Let's bring that down a little bit. No, that's a little too much. A little too much, but we'll compensate. A little bump. Okay. Very good. All right, so that's sort of where we want to be. Could come up just a little bit. Right, well, Edward, that is really nice to see. It's really nice when we go from basically a non-running movement to one that's performing so nicely straight away. I think that means we've done our job pretty well. That makes me happy. All right, well, I'm going to let this run in, and we'll be back with the rest of the components on the calendar side and working towards being done. All right, we'll be back. Okay, Edward. Well, numbers are phenomenal. really happy with the way things are running, so I'm going to go ahead and flip it over here and move us into another movement holder so we can work on the calendar side. Okay. All right, so pretty straightforward process from here. While I am checking things and letting things run in, I generally rebuild all the case and other components, so I've got all that ready to go. So once we get dial and hands on, we should be done. So that's going to be pretty fun to see. So first step, of course, is always lubrication. So let's get in here and get all of these rotating parts lubricated, so we're nice free running of the calendar works. Right. Get some D5 here. All these heavier duty parts that need to get lubricated. We're also going to use some grease, which is nice because it stays in place and does its job. Okay, so let's get your unit wheel in. And let's put some calendar correctors. Right. All right, let's get your keyless work started. So now I've gone ahead and rebuilt your crown, so now that's properly sealed, which is nice. Your combined yoke and stem, or yoke and spring, sorry, together. Goes. All right, good. I like using this grease because it's heavy duty and it plays a very important role in many of these movement components in terms of its ability to stay put. You know, And that's the thing, is that if lubricants start to migrate, you can have real problems with materials interacting with other pieces that don't necessarily need heavy oil or heavy grease to work. So having it stay put is a big deal. It's important. Don't want things where you don't want them. Okay. All right. Now. Okay. Excellent. Let's get everybody properly lubricated. Ooh, it seems tight. Seems tighter than it should be. I'm going to check that. We may be in store for a new rotating gear here. This one seems very, very tight, which is not good. It's a lot of extra force required to move that if it's too tight. Let's check another one. There's another one. Oh, that fits much better. Woo. Okay. Let's get that cleaned up just a little bit. Yeah, that's bad. Okay. Well, not sure why, but that has seemed to have changed its diameter a bit on us. That may have been why you were having such low amplitude before, but that's coming back to you. We're going to put you a new one in place. It's better to just change out these very simple interchangeable parts if they're not correct, rather than trying to fiddle with them, because that can make a big difference. You got to imagine that your train is trying to push all these components around, although they are, geared in such a way where the amount of force required is small. It still is a continuous effort, and if that's not freely moving, that can be really bad. So having that available saves us a lot of effort and time to try and get that right. Excellent. Okay. Good. Problem solved. At least a problem is solved. Okay. All right. Now, let's get your last component of your keyless works. Sort of a stepwise progress here needs to happen. Plates covering gears and etc. All right, so next, let's get your plates on, and we will proceed. All right, so now day wheel. There we go. And your C-clip. All right, let's check how it works. There's your setting. You should see the day and date. Click over. All right, quick set. Okay. Everything looks good. Perfect. All right. Now, dial in hands, and then we finish. Okay, Edward. Well, it's a fun moment. We get to put your watch back together. So your movement's all set, ready to go. We're going to go ahead and actually get it in the case without any crystal or anything else. We're going to just put it in. The case will hold it. And then what we can do is we can actually take your movement ring, retaining ring, put that in place, put your crown in. There we go. Get that all nicely turned. Movement ring. Take your case back with your new gasket, properly greased. All right, so we're going to build this. Okay, now what we can do is actually just close up the back. Oops, these gaskets want to stick. when you put grease on them, they want to stick to things. So let's see if we can get it to stick in the right spot. Just for a temporary hold. There we go. Yeah, that worked. Okay. So now that's your movement inside of your case. The reason I do this is because I want to put your chapter ring in, and the best way to do that is to get the dial in its correct spot, and then your chapter ring will set down on the dial in its proper location, just like so. That looks great. Okay, so now put this in, and your gasket goes back in. Fit that dry. No sealing material. All right, make sure everybody's in. Now we can put in your brand new crystal. Hardlex and proper. All right, so that then slots in, and we push straight down. Make sure everything is flat. Nope, didn't quite go as I'd planned. So let's try that again. There we go. You want to see even? Yeah, even all the way around and straight in. Okay, great. So now we can put on your final, this inner bezel, which we've cleaned. Okay, that snaps into place, so let me get the snapper. Perfect. Okay, so now we're back. The last piece, your bezel. It has a new gasket, which has been properly lubricated, and this should just snap right in. Look at that. Lovely clickiness. Nice and not too stiff. Stiff, but not too stiff. All right, so now we have to just put together your automatic winding components, and we are done. I'm going to lubricate your crown once we're ready, so that'll come back out, in fact, so put that out to remind myself. All right, pre-lubricated winding. Here we go. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. Crown in. Put your case back seal in first so we don't have any issues there. Slippery. All right. Well, with that, we have reached the end. Okay. All right, Edward. Wow. What a great finish here. We are completed with your lovely 1978 6309. Let's talk about what we did. Well, of course, full service on the movement. The movement itself was extremely clean. It was just a very nice watch to begin with. Your dial and hands were really nice. You have a tiny sink here, but you know what? it's perfect. It's so good. Don't worry about that. You have this lovely blue haze on your patina of your insert. I just think it's fantastic. New crown seal, rebuilt, new case back seal, new seal on your bezel, full service of the movement. It's running, as well as these can. I mean, if not better. They are just really good runners if they're right. And I think we got it right on this one. This is impressive movement. So overall, a couple things to return. Let's take a look. We've got your case back and your case back seal and your old crystal. This is your date advance wheel. So your date clicks over when this finger goes by, or your day, and this was really tight. It was so tight that I couldn't actually turn it very easily. So I just replaced it rather than messing around. And then your bezel seal or bezel gasket and your bushing that was in your replaced by your this is the bushing for the upper mainspring arbor port, and I've replaced that with a jewel. So now that's coming back, as is this and these parts, and you get this returned. All right, well, I hope you enjoy it, and please wear it and use it. It's a great watch. All right, well, thank you so much, and thanks for watching.